Hey guys, so another video, two for one today. I want to talk about the curious case of Picknelope. Who? Who is Picknelope? I am. So are you. If you are a woman who takes accountability, you're a Picknelope. Picknelope is the same name as a Pickmeisha. What is my hair doing? So I'm sure a few of you ladies have gotten, I know, whatever y'all, I don't care. I'm sure a few of you ladies have gotten you probably gotten called a Pickmeisha, right? You're a pick me. It's one of the most foolish things I think one woman can say to another woman because when it all boils down, doesn't every woman want to be picked? Isn't that the goal for every woman to be picked by a man? Chosen to be his wife. Isn't that the main goal? Isn't that why even some of y'all are out here participating in debaucherous behavior because you're trying to get a man to look at you? So instead of me educating and trying to edify, you choose to twerk and to bend over. So either way, right? Somebody trying to get chose. It's just the manner in which others choose to do may be different from yours, but don't call her a pick me because baby, so were you. So I wanted to break down that whole thing and explain why it's absolutely absurd for one woman to call another a pick me. So most of the time, I have chosen not to get into debate with certain people because I now fully realize that not everybody has the same mental and comprehensive capacity that you may have. So not everyone's comprehension and understanding is at the same level. So you really have to be very careful about who you choose to get into debate with because people can send you down a very slippery slope of delusion and confusion if you're not careful. Nevertheless, sometimes on some of these posts where men are trying to explain things and the women are losing their minds, men are saying things like, oh, we don't like BBLs and women don't really do BBLs for us, or we don't like all this makeup, or we don't like the weaves. It always really seems to come down to a woman saying that the men are trying to control her or us, right? Oh, y'all don't want us to wear weave. You're trying to control me. You're trying to tell me what to do with my body. You're trying to. But if you are a straight woman, then aren't shouldn't that be things that you're listening to and putting in your pocket rather than arguing with said men about why you should do it and continue to do it and why they need to be okay with it and attracted to it? And if they're not, then they're simps or something's wrong with them or they're beta males because they don't want a woman who doesn't present herself authentically to the world, or they don't want a woman whose butt is shown more than her face, or they don't want a woman who is always yelling black girl magic or my degree, or look how I'm pretty, or whatever the case may be. All these superficial, vapid characteristics that aren't sustainable. The things that you're calling out, the things that of vanity, the things of pride, those are the things that you're referring to when you're trying to explain why you're a good catch, how big your butt is, whether it's been surgically augmented or not, right? A lot of y'all lead with your butts. Every time, no pun intended, every time you turn around, people are looking at your butt. And but you want to be taken seriously. You want a good man. A lot the same lot of you who are complaining about the things that men are complaining about and saying that they're not attracted to. You are the same ones yelling in the streets about how you can't find a good man. We're all the good men. You're arguing with them. Cuz no good man is going to be okay with you showing your body to the world. No good man is going to be okay with you going outside with your bonnet on. No good man is going to be okay with you walking around with 2-inch long eyelashes and 5-inch long nails and You know what I mean? Like, the type of men that you're attracting is what you're saying you don't want, but that's what you're putting out into the world. You'll call another woman a pick me, but you are too. You just don't realize your lure is incorrect. You got the wrong bait. You're going to keep catching these bottom feeding catfish because these men out here catfishing, pretending that because y'all getting caught up what you see with your looking eyes, right? The lust of the flesh. You seeing this man got a bunch of 20s sprawled out and he got this Yves Saint Laurent belt and a Gucci bandana. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, y'all. But that flashiness, I loathe it. It is so unattractive to me. But so I can't understand how, and I don't mean to be that judgy girl. I just don't understand how that type of guy is attractive to you all. I just, the chains and the flashy clothes and the money, like I don't I don't get how that's attractive. Just I don't get how that's attractive. I that's just me. Nevertheless, getting sidetracked here. You do all those things, right? But then on the adverse, when you encounter women who are like me, who will say things like, well, men don't like all that makeup, and they keep saying, because you all argue about, well, we men don't know what they want, men don't ever just tell us what they want, but they're telling you what you want, you're just not accepting it, you're rebelling against it, you're being defiant against it, you're shutting it out, you're calling it untrue. They're telling you we don't like dot dot dot, and you say you're trying to control me. I don't want a man to control me, because y'all say we want the men to pay all the bills, but don't expect me to cook and clean. I digress. You're saying one thing, you're doing another. You're being contrary. Men notice that. They don't like it. So they may not, the right guy will not spring for you. But then when you have a woman come and say, they're telling you that this is what they don't like. And then from a female's perspective, I used to get caught up in watching these makeup transformations all the time. And makeup at its highest form is sorcery. Sorcery. If I take this off, I have on mascara, foundation, and lip gloss. If I take this off, for the most part, 95%, I still look like me. Right? So I make it my purpose now not to overdo it unless I'm going to an event or something, but just on the everyday, I'm either going out without makeup because my face is my face. You like it, you like it, you don't. Oh well, take it up with the Most High. He made my face. Um, or I just have very basic. You see, just you can still see blemishes. Just very basic. I don't even dye my hair no more. I'm tired. Just right, But if you are if you're also the type of person that is going home with these men in the heat of the night, and then in the morning the sun comes out and you don't look like you looked yesterday, maybe your forehead is 2 inches bigger because you didn't pull the wig down, or you don't have lashes, or that's not the size of your lips, or you're no whatever, and then you say, well, he should like me, but he don't even know who you are. He doesn't even know who you are. So he can't choose you if you present it one way and now you're someone else. He can't. Nevertheless, the point of this is, because I keep getting off track, the point of this is you cannot fault the woman and call her a pick me when she's the one that's taking accountability for all these things. Have I ever presented to the world in a way that wasn't comely of how a woman should be? Absolutely. Is it something I'm proud of? Not even. Lost in the world. but I have seen the light. And I've realized that nobody is responsible for me but me. I can't blame anybody else for my choices and my decisions. It's just me. So now that I take accountability for those things and listen when men speak and when they're saying how they feel about certain aspects of us as women, we have to listen and take it into account and say, okay, well, how have I contributed to this of what they're saying? Have I contributed? And if you just flat out say no up front, then you're probably doing yourself a disservice and not being honest. Because I'm sure at some point in your life, you probably fit the mold of something that they're describing. In the rare case of a unicorn. But you have to see that these are the things that when we speak up and we're trying to hold you all accountable, if we're going to say things like, I am my sister's keeper, but y'all don't want us to keep you, then what are we to do? If I see you running head first into oncoming traffic, but you have these blindfolders on so you can't see, and I'm saying, stop. There is danger afoot. Beware. Stop. Don't go that way. Come over here, turn around. You just want to be safe, huh? You just a little goody two shoe, right? You over there, you think you better than me because you see traffic coming. So you just gonna come over here and tell me what I need to be doing? I can hear it. I hear it. All right, sis, go ahead. May the odds be ever in your favor. That's how I take it. When we're trying to tell y'all, because it's not just me. It's a lot of women telling y'all like, hey, which probably y'all came up with a whole name for it, Pickmeisha. It was so clever. This girl called me Picknelope the other day. I thought it was fascinating. I said, they are really putting some thought into this. Picknelope, I like it. I like it. So, and I was a Picknelope because I was talking about the current state of women and how we are behaving in this world. And when I say women, I'm talking about all of the women. As a collective, we have done some very degenerate things. Some debaucherous, low level, low vibrational, wicked, evil things. And we have to be held to account for that. We can't just continue to pretend as if everything we do is right because we're women and it's all the men's fault. They don't do anything wrong. I was talking about promiscuity and how women, we are in control and in charge and responsible for our own wombs. So we get to blame men for when we get pregnant, or we get to blame men for when we get our little hearts broken because they kept telling us, they kept saying over and over again, I just want to be friends. I don't want anything serious. Because you're sleeping with this man, because you have submitted your body to him and your being to him, then now you want to feel some type of way when he said, I told you it wasn't that serious. I told you I didn't want a relationship. I told you I didn't want a baby. Oh, he played me. Men ain't nothing. They ain't worth a quarter. Wham. You weren't listening. We're not listening. The men are screaming it from the mountaintops. What they want from us, what they want to see from us. And the ones that are yelling from the mountaintops are saying the right things. They want us to show better character. We have not been having good character as women. The fact that y'all were on there discussing Sierra and that naked outfit, and it wasn't filled with condemnation. I feel like I said that wrong. No one should have praised what she had on. Y'all need to stop with this fake empowerment, this body positivity foolery. The fact that Russell Wilson allowed his wife, the fact that she as a woman decided to go out in public and present in that way, wow, blew my mind. That's supposed to be a Christian man and his Christian wife, so say. But you can go outside naked? She was naked. Like, y'all, she was naked. She went outside naked. I don't care what garment she had on. Sis was naked. And there was so many men who were like appalled at the fact that she had that on and her husband was standing next to her and they supposed to have this good image, right? But that's okay. These lines, y'all keep erasing the lines in the sand. Y'all keep moving the mark. It's just every time that goalpost just keeps getting changed because I want to do more and more and more and more and more horrible, degenerative, debaucherous things. And I don't want anybody to hold me accountable for it. And men should just be okay with it because these are our bodies and we're women and blah, 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 yada, yada. It's crazy talk. For those of you who have ever called another woman a Pickmeisha, a Picknelope, a pick me, whatever, oh, you're just trying to get chose. Like, what does that even mean? What has that meant to you? What does that mean to you when you say that? Because I have a little understanding as far as maybe you meaning to say, oh, she's just saying that so she can get noticed by men so they can like her. But let's say that's true. Let's say every one of us who has ever said anything like that, we said it with the specific intent in mind for some man out there to see it and be like, oh, that's the one. I'm going to snag that one. I'm going to hop in her DMs. Let's say that's true. Is what we said false? Did what we say have a bearing or not? Was it true and you just didn't like it? Or do you honestly feel it's untrue? And if you felt it untrue, why give so much energy to it to where you're so upset to where you're a pick me. You're a Pickmeisha. Ha ha, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. But if we're saying the things that most men agree with, then doesn't it seem or occur to you that we would be the ones that would end up being picked and you're going to be the ones that's left behind? Women who speak the way I speak, wouldn't that collective be more likely to attract the man, and not any man, the right man, a man with character and morals, who's respectable, right? They're going to attract the good man, the man who you can be in a relationship till death do us part with. Not these bums y'all choosing because he got a lot of money or you got flued out or he liked the way you shake your butt. And so y'all went home that same night together and y'all don't even know each other's names. But you know where he lives or you know where she lives, and or y'all went to the whole, like, you gave your body, your being, because it's past this flesh, you gave your being to someone else. You see, y'all got this word be messed up. People need to start speaking more in the affirmative. I've learned to speak in the affirmative, speak in the absolutes. If you tell somebody I want to be with you, I want my being and your being to be in alignment that we can be together simultaneously at the same time. I want to be with you. If I tell somebody I want to be with you, I don't mean I want to be in a relationship. I just want to be in your presence. I just want to be who I am in the fullness of whoever that is, which I know who it is, but I mean, I get into all of that. simultaneously with you. We say things so flippantly and so haphazardly now that we don't even know what we're saying. And y'all are giving your being to another person and you don't even know who they are. Hell, you don't even know who you are. Most of the time, y'all out here just getting it while the getting is good. But it said, oh, what wisdom is the principal thing. And in all things get wisdom. But in all thy getting, get an understanding. And a lot of y'all don't have understanding in these streets. Understanding of who you are, understanding of how you are presenting to the world, understanding how your being is existing in this world and what kind of impact that is having on others and yourself. You're not even in tune with your own being, but you're slapping all this stuff on top of it. This mask that you all choose to wear. Let me say we. Let me just throw me in the mix because we've all been guilty. This mask that we choose to wear in ways that we choose to false represent ourselves to the world so others can think of us a certain way. But you can't fake it. People can tell when you're not who you say you are. They may not be able to, finger point you right then, but they'll get they'll get the point. At some point, the truth will come out. The truth of who you are will shine. And eventually it will shine so bright that even you can't run from it. And all these times that y'all are choosing to call other women Pickmeishas, ask yourself, why am I saying that she's a pick me? Is something that she said, does it convict me? Do I feel guilty about what she said? And if so, why is that? Enough of y'all don't sit yourselves down and have conversations. You got to sit down and have a conversation with yourself and get to the bottom of some of these issues of why y'all are behaving in the ways that you are behaving, the way you be having your existence out in the world. Why did that bother me? Why do I feel triggered by that? Because if you can call somebody a Pickmeisha, you're triggered. Why am I triggered? Why did what she say make me feel the way I feel? Because that's just what they do. Who is they and what do they do? They're always attacking women just so men can. Why do you feel attacked? What is it about what was said made you feel attacked? Have you done these things and you called it something else? So now that the flashlight is shining on it and the word is clear, you don't want to admit to that because it might just be a little bit too ugly than what you want to admit. Because enough is enough. Every woman wants to get picked. Unless you just one of them women who don't want to be with anybody, and that's cool too. But you still need to figure out the motivations for your behavior. You still need to figure out why you're doing the things that you're doing. And don't say I do it for me. Because you can't see yourself walking up and down the street. I heard somebody else say that on some podcast. You can't see you. You can't see your own butt. You can't see your face unless you're walking around with a mirror. Narcissus. Why are you triggered? Why is what we say so triggering? That's what we need to get to the root of. Why do you want to twerk on tabletops? Why do you want to walk around half naked with your boobs out? Why do you want to accentuate your lips in a way? Men are visual beings. Y'all know what y'all doing. Don't say you're doing it for you because you're doing it to attract. But you're attracting the wrong type. And you can't get mad at the type that's coming after you because the right man is not attracted to that. A loud, boisterous, boastful, proud, obnoxious, aggressive, combative, disrespectful woman who doesn't even cover herself up in modesty for him, or one who can't even present herself in a way confidently enough to go outside with her own hair showing because you got to have a bonnet on. When did the bonnets come off? When is the appropriate time for the bonnet to not be on the head? Like, I need to know, because some of y'all be out in restaurants with this. So I need to understand, when is the right time for the bonnet to come off? Do you have to be on a date for it to come off? Because I don't even know why y'all care about that, because you already gave your body to this man. Y'all went backwards. Y'all slept together twice, and now you want to try to have a first date. Too late. Everything is backwards. Everything is in the upside down. Everything is out of order. We as women have been out of order. Out of order. Out of order. Out of order. So many different ways. Like, I know I'm saying it over and over again, but in my head, it's meaning all those different things. Out of order, out of commission, not of use. Useless. Out of order, out of the hierarchy order, the way that things are supposed to be. God, man, the woman. God, husband, wife. Out of order. Out of order, out of pocket. Acting in a way contrarily or unbecoming of a woman. Out of order. You're not playing your part. You women don't even want to play their role. We used to take honor in playing our role. Now it's like a burden. Now we have equated the role of women to slavery. To slavery. To slavery. We have equated the role of woman and motherhood and wifehood to slavery. We have allowed these salacious females in the entertainment industry to convince us that it is unbecoming of a woman to cook and to clean. I'm not going to lower myself to the standard of cooking and cleaning for my man. What he think this is? Submit? Y'all don't even know what the word submit means anymore. Half of y'all ain't picked up a dictionary and Googled none the first. You think submission is a curse word, and you don't even know what it means. It doesn't mean subservient. It doesn't mean servant. It doesn't mean slave. It doesn't mean worker. It doesn't mean any of those things. Like my boy Blanche said, y'all are submitting to these men, Pookie and Ray Ray now. When you sleep with them, that's submission. I did a whole video on submission. Please go watch it. I broke it down. Y'all have already submitted to these men when you have chosen to sleep with them. But he's not good enough to be your husband, but he can have your womb. You can birth his baby, but you won't walk down the aisle to him. You don't know his name. You don't know what he does. You don't know if he married. You don't know if he got children. You don't know if he want children. You don't know you don't know anything about this person. You don't know where they come from, who they are, who raised them. Their fundamental beliefs, their worldviews. You have no idea. What is their personal philosophy on life? What is the condition of their spirit? What does their soul speak for them? What is the fruit of their tree? Y'all don't even know. And you're giving them your womb and get mad at other women who are saying, hey, sis, you out of pocket over there because you're saying you want a good man. But these men are telling you the path to that. And you telling them, I'm not listening to you because you're trying to control me. And then you tell the women who's saying the same thing like, nah, they racist. Because look, from a female's perspective, XYZ, you're a pick me. You just saying that because you want somebody to look at you. But you just going out in public looking how you look because you want somebody to look at you. But you mad because you attracting Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray now. Like, what do you expect? What do you think you're going to get if you're going outside looking like a trollop? Y'all still acting like boppers out here and y'all surprised why good men don't want to choose you. Because every woman wants to get chose. Y'all not going to sit here and tell me, I don't need no man. Because y'all know what y'all mean when y'all say that? Because y'all might be making a little bit of money and then you say, I don't need a man. Because you think the only thing a man can provide to you is money. Because people have reduced relationships to prostitutional transactions where you feel like I'm not giving it up for free. He got to pay my bills if he want to do this, but you're still giving it up regardless because this man hasn't made a commitment to you. You haven't entered into a covenant with this man to say my being and your being is going to come together and we're going to create another being. The two shall become one. I'm going to submit to your mission and the will that you have and what you want to do because your will is in alignment with the Most High's will. And so I'm aligning with his will. So I'm going to follow you and submit to you because I trust that you're going to lead us in this household in the right direction because your leader is the Most High, the one who created all of us. But y'all so out of pocket. Y'all feel like y'all are God because the serpent really did a number on us when he gave Eve that fruit and she partook of it because all her pride was ignited. And ever since then, we've had such pride as women. Feminism, pride. It is pride. Black girl magic is pride. I am woman, hear me roar is pride. Is pride. Pride is the beginning of sin. And he that have it pour out abominations. And therefore the Lord will send upon a strange calamity and overthrow them utterly. Look at this. We have been overthrown as women. You got women screaming in the streets to kill their unborn. Women going out with vaginal hats on their heads, fussing about voting rights. Like, what are y'all arguing about anymore? Like, women got all the rights to do everything. What are we fighting about here? What are we really fighting about? So don't say I don't need a man because yes, you do. Because guess what? When that dollar crashes and if a zombie apocalypse happens to hit the earth, who are you going to run to? Do you know how to wield a sword? Can you shoot a gun? Do you know how to use a bow and arrow? How far can you run without getting tired? Can you pull yourself up? Can you be quiet enough to hide? Can you follow direction when somebody say, stay there? There's danger. Don't move. Half of y'all gonna get killed off rip because you can't listen. You can't listen. And when women are trying to tell you, I promise you, it's coming from a place of love. If this woman isn't calling you out your name and being all extra argumentative unnecessarily with you, she's probably speaking from love. She's probably speaking from the heart. So if you've ever gotten a message from me, please know and understand it has always coming from my heart. Because women, we are responsible for all of this calamity in the world right now. Women, we are the pushers of all of this because they need our permission to be us. They need our permission on what to say about our bodies. They need our permission to say what is or isn't right as far as our bodies are concerned. But we've gotten so far off into left field that the things that we're fighting for in regards to our bodies are the wrong things. And a lot of y'all claim to be Christian. A lot of y'all claim to be Christian. And you're fighting for the right to murder your unborn child who the Most High has blessed you with, who could have been a lesson to you, who was the fruit of your womb. You killed the fruit of your womb. And you want me to stand by you and say you have the right to do that because you're a woman. And who gonna check you, boo? I'm not gonna stick beside you. I ain't gonna stick beside you. I'm gonna be the ones. No, that's not my sister. I don't stand beside you in that. I don't agree with you in that. I'm not gonna make any like, yo, what about the women that's been raped? The ones who have been raped are not the ones screaming in the streets. That is such a small percentage. Small percentage of the women who are knocking on the abortion clinic doors. On another note, The women who are getting picked are not the ones twerking on tabletops. The man might sleep with you, but it's rare he'll wife you. And if y'all do get married, it might be a toxic marriage because he don't really respect you like that. He don't really respect you like that. And then especially if you continue to do that after you've had a child and you twerking in front of your son or your daughter, or that's not respectable behavior. A good man ain't gonna stand by that. And then you have some men who be like, baby, don't go out looking like that. He trying to tell me what to wear. I'm not gonna stand by and let no man tell me what to wear. He gonna tell me not to wear that, and I don't need to go out if I'm gonna go out looking like that. I'm gonna go anyway. So y'all don't even respect your husbands. Because now you are putting him in a position. You go out in public, you get hit on in the wrong way, or God forbid something happens to you, you get assaulted. Now you have placed him in a very precarious position. And this man has to honor you in your foolishness. Or you went out with him and you dressed a certain way and he said, baby, don't wear that, but you pushed it, right? And because y'all keep telling people happy wife, happy life, he didn't say anything. He's all right, I'm gonna go out in public with you. And then some dudes say something sideways. Now you want him to fight. These dudes got a gun. Now your man got shot. Oops. Come on, y'all. Y'all not thinking like big picture of all the ramifications and the implications these things have. Because it's a mindset. The type of woman who shuns accountability, the type of woman who does these things, y'all probably like, what does that have anything to do with anything? Because it's a mindset. The type of woman who goes out and does these things is the same one that'll call a sister trying to teach y'all something good. A Pickmeisha. Sisters like Erica Lachey, Keisha King, and a homegirl Nikki, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to tell you good. Even Pearl, just pearly things. You don't like when another woman is telling you, hey, you out of pocket. Like, why can't we hear each other? Like, what's the problem? Like, are you that proud? Do you have that much pride to where you can't hear direction and hear it as constructive criticism and not just criticism or condemnation or judgments? We got to stop thinking that we can't judge each other. I can judge your actions just as well as you can judge mine. If I see somebody sitting on the corner doing crack, they're a crackhead. You can't judge me. You're sitting on the corner, you're doing crack, you might be a crackhead. Just maybe. Just maybe. So if you're out here doing certain behavior and you get called a certain thing, you can't be mad at that. Just like an orange tree can't get mad at me for calling it an orange tree. Now I can see if I look at apples and then this apple looking tree is trying to tell me it's an orange tree, and I'm like, well, that's not what an orange looks like. It's looking like an apple to me. And then we start going back and forth. And I'm telling you what I see, how it's being presented to me. Well, that's false advertisement. If you're an orange tree, then where is your fruit that are oranges? Why do you seem to produce an apple if you're saying you're an orange tree? Why are you saying you're a good woman if you're producing bad fruit? If you're being combative and over-sexualized and dismissive and rebellious and deflective and irresponsible and unwise and conniving and having a lying tongue and being proud, why do you then want me to call you a queen? You're not a queen. That's not how a queen behaves. You acting like the court jester. But you want me to call you a queen. Baby, you're on the floor. Stand up. Straighten your back out. Hold your head up. Put your robe on. Wear your queen garments. You look like the court jester. You look like a peasant. But you want me to refer to you as a queen, a goddess, a woman, a mother. Mother goes beyond actually birthing a human. A mother is a teacher, a giver and a bringer of life. You can bring children who aren't biologically yours life by what you teach them. For the breath is life. You know, people say you inspire me. In spiritus, inspire, the spirit within. I have taken the spirit and your essence into me. You have inspired me. I'm now in agreement with your spirit to now become a part of my spirit. Inspire me. I was inspired by. That's what it means. At the heart of it, that's the etymology of the term. In spirit. Inspire in spirit. Within. Who is inspiring you? Is it Beyonce? I can't listen to her no more. I can't. I can't. And it's all over Instagram, all these reels. If y'all don't find another artist, please, there's so many other good artists. Please pick somebody else. Find somebody else to do it. Find somebody else to push your product. Because y'all out here trying to act like her. This woman is not responsible to anyone. She is on a do what thou wilt dilemma. She's out here doing what she wants to do. Y'all should not want to do that. You shouldn't want to be like her or Kim K or any of those other Instagram so-say models who aren't responsible to anyone. I don't care if they have kids because they don't care enough to watch the imagery and the things that they put out into the world. So that if they're not caring about it, I'm not going to care about it. They're out here doing what they want to do. And then y'all are trying to emulate that. And it's not turning out well for you. And when you have sisters who are tapping you on your shoulder, and they coming in all forms. And when I'm talking to my sisters, I'm talking to everybody. I don't care what color your skin is. I'm talking to women right now. And when your sisters tap you on your shoulder and say, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. And you say, you a pick me because you just want that man over there who might or might not be listening to you to come and look at you and pick you. Because what that really says is you're saying good things. You're saying things that men want to hear. You're saying things that men would agree with because you're in the belief that if you say those things, then it will attract the right kind of man that you want to come to you so he can wife you. That's all you want. Isn't that all what any of us wants? As women at our core. Because what you're saying is, I know what you're saying is probably right, but I don't have the fortitude to check myself enough and hold myself responsible enough to say, you know what? Yes, I am at fault for that. And I have been proud and I have been impatient and I have been all these other things. And I don't want to admit to myself because the behavior that I have been showing is unbecoming of who I am as a woman and who I really want to be and how I really choose to present to the world. No, I'm mad at you because now you're saying the things that's going to get you looked at over me. And I don't like that because my pride tells me that I'm amazing and I'm a queen just as I am. And I should be able to do whatever I want to do. And nobody should have any problem with it because this is who I am. And if you can't love me for who I am and all of my toxicity, then I don't want nothing to do with you. Screw you. You're a hater anyway. That's what's being said here. And whether you want to admit to that truth or not, that is the truth. That's what's being said here. That's all I can hear and understand when y'all call me stuff like that. Because the things that I'm saying isn't even out of alignment with the word. And some of y'all claim to be Christian. But you make so many excuses for the most degenerate behavior. It blows my mind. I can't even understand how you guys go home at the end of the day, play back any conversations that you've had, and say, it was a good point I made right there. But y'all be in church every Sunday trying to hook somebody, probably the associate pastor. Dress for the club, all this makeup on your face, all this weave down your back, and you want somebody to love you for you. You don't love you for you. You don't even know you, so how is somebody else supposed to take the time to get to know you? How is anybody of character and sound judgment supposed to look over and see you and say, that's a wife right there? When you're being argumentative with reason and logic. If men are saying, unless men are out here saying that we want you to have an OnlyFans, and yeah, we want to see your butt plastered all over the screen, and yeah, we want to go to the turkey leg hut and see y'all dang near naked walking up to the streets just to go fake eat, just to see what man is around who may have some money or what celebrity might be around. So you trying to be as naked as humanly possible because you want to get chose. But you're going to get chose by the wrong one, because the pimp named Slickback going to come right up and scoop you up and have you up and down these streets. You're going to be turned one way from Sunday. You ain't going to up from down. He going to have you so spun around. That's how y'all get off into these toxic relationships. Because you present toxicity. You present sex. You say, use me. My body is for the taking. This image that I put out, this is all that I am and all that there is. Because you don't even want to shed what you have going on. You can't even strip it down. That's what I need to do. We need to do a strip down seminar. Take it off, sisters. Take off the mask. Take off the phoniness. Take off the lies. Take off the delusion. Take off the confusion. Take it off. Strip it all away. And let's just look at ourselves. Naked and afraid. And admit to that fact. Why am I afraid to show up the way I'm supposed to show up? Why do I get offended when other women say things that make me have to have accountability for myself? Why does that trigger me so? Why is that such a problem for me that I am so bothered when another woman tells me something that's for my own good? Nobody telling you to go bust it wide open in the club. Nobody going to tell you to pop it for pimp. Nobody telling you to have sex for money. Nobody telling you to rob a grocery store. Nobody telling you to kill your unborn child. Nobody telling you none of these things. We are saying, be yourself, wholly and authentically. Watch your mouth, mind your tongue, have some patience, have a listening ear. Go in with a clean spirit. Be honest and truthful. Have some virtue. Be a virtuous woman whose value is far above rubies. For who can find a virtuous woman? Virtuous women are like just anomalies. I really, it's like, I used to be on that same kick that a lot of y'all were, but the more I pay attention, the more I be quiet, the more I listen, I now understand how far we've come as women, how annoyed, how frustrated, how disappointed, how jaded a lot of men are. Because they have met some no good women. The fact that there are even shows like Maury and Paternity Court and all these things is because women are out here cutting up, not being honest and truthful, and lying to people's face. You're talking about men lie, but my God, you was the only one. I'm 100%, and then it ain't. That's the thing, and I'm using that as a way, as an example. But it's not just about paternity. It's about women and our behavior, because that's the character. That kind of character gets you caught in situations like that. Not being responsible, not making good decisions, not having virtue, not having sound judgment, not operating in wisdom above all else, not operating in wisdom. A lot of us are operating in foolishness. We're wearing blindfolds and we're just going out into the world acting any old kind of way and hoping for the best. Y'all sitting there talking about what's Sierra's prayer. Don't pray her prayer because she out here naked in these streets with a man who don't have the fortitude to tell her, baby, we're not going out in public like that. If that's how you want to go out, I'm not going with you. And we're going to have a talk when you get back too, if you so choose to go out looking like that. Because I can't stand for this. My wife. You're supposed to be under your husband's covering, and you can't even cover. You have a problem with what he says as far as how you choose to present to the world his wife, his partner, and you're upset that he isn't in agreement with you going out naked or looking like a red light girl. A lot of y'all look like prostitutes out here. And then you get mad when you get negative attention. If you go out dressed a certain way, you know that that's the kind of attention you're going to get. So don't be surprised when you get it. I like to wear a nice dress sometimes. I like things, show my back. Most part, I'm going to be covered. Sometimes I like fashion. But I'm not going to be out in such a way where I have now, indirectly invited someone to my body. Because when you go out like that, people feel like they have access to you now because you put it out there. Men are simple. I'm not saying every man gonna come up and try to come at you sideways. No, someone gonna look at you and be like, so sad. And they're gonna leave you where you stand, or they won't even bat an eye in your direction. They're gonna shake their head and keep walking. You'd be surprised how many times I've seen that. Been out at brunch and people cutting up acting the fool, and you got some men just looking disgusted. Y'all got to start looking around at these men's faces. They are disgusted. You got some that don't even be looking. Some don't even look. Y'all sitting there twerking your hearts out. Twerking your hearts out. And these men not even paying attention. They're not even looking in your direction. They don't want no parts. Because they don't really like that. They don't really like that. Now, if they go to the strip club and they go pay for that, I'm not saying this way because it's not. Don't nobody to be in a strip club. Strippers and money throwers alike. But if they want to see that, that's where they're going to go. If they want to see chicks dance, they're going to go to a club. But you being out in restaurants and in the Walmart parking lots and the parking lots of Target and your neighborhood Kroger, like trying to record TikTok. Nobody wants to see that. I get embarrassed. I get secondhand embarrassment every single time. Because, you don't have to do all of that. We are women. We do not have to do all of that. It is not necessary. Y'all haven't look at them pictures of them couples from way back in the day. And y'all like, oh, that was a handsome woman. But I bet you she had some character. She was handling her business. She probably helped him open a business. She was raising the children, running the farm. She was a Proverbs 31 woman. She did what she was supposed to do. Well, it's different nowadays. We gotta work. Women was working too. Y'all think that stuff is easy? Go read Proverbs 31. Because all this stuff that we say we're doing, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. Not effectively. not in the ways that we should. Some not even closely at all. So we can't look to them and say, oh, well, they have more help and they have more help. Well, everybody, we all out for ourselves nowadays. Everybody want to get paid for everything, and there's no more village. Every man for himself. Everybody's suffering, everybody's struggling instead of leaning on each other. And even when someone has a wise word to say, you can bend your ear to truth and wisdom and realize, okay, yeah, I might be out of pocket a little bit. I might be a little bit out of order. Let me get it together. Thank you, sister, for helping me up, helping me fix my crown. Not me saying, yeah, it's clean, to all the foolish stuff you're doing. No, that's not being your sister. I'm your enabler then. If I see you off doing wrong or acting crazy and I'm cheering you on, I'm your enabler. I might as well go hand you some crack rock. It's the same thing. They're equally murderous. One kills your body, one kills your soul. Which one's worse? Which one's worse? Y'all, I care about y'all souls out here. We only have but a time left. We only have but a time left. And if you all really say you want a good man in your life, who's going to be all the things that you think a man is supposed to be, a good quality man, you got to be a good quality woman. You have to be a good quality woman. You can't, well, he needs to take me as I am. But you don't want to take him as he is. Y'all don't want to date Darnell, who worked 8 to 10 hours for his wages. Y'all don't want to date Darnell. Everybody want Aubrey Graham and Lil Young Baby. Degenerates. Y'all want these people in Hollywood who aren't even real. These aren't even real people. They're just puppets going off doing whatever they're supposed to do. And let some of y'all tell her they some clones. So they're really not real. But y'all talking about the women who they get with are winning. What is winning to you? What quantifies winning? What is a win? Because somebody blasted you on social media and said, this is my girl, and bought you a Bentley, that's winning? When they don't even have a relationship, he always off in this town and that town and sleeping with this chick and that chick and got that baby and these babies, and she don't have any type of commitment from this man. No assurances, no securities. That's winning? Because she got a new fake body and a Rolex and a Rolls Royce and front row seats at every concert? That's winning? Is that a win? Well, now they're getting married. But to whom are they marrying? Is that a win? Does this man respect her? Or is she the object of his affection? Does he objectify her? Does he reduce her to her facade, her skin suit? Or does he care about the core of the woman? Who she is inside, her fears, her frustrations? Is this man going to help you? Happy spouse, happy house. Are y'all helping each other? Do y'all trust each other? Like, what are you attracting? What are you putting out there? Y'all always talking about y'all manifesting something, but y'all can't even manifest the truth. Come on, sisters. I love y'all. We must do better. I will probably start a whole series about just stripping all this stuff down, because the men are screaming loud and clear and they don't like it. They don't like what they see. And they telling us, they shouting it from the mountaintops. Every corner. They're telling us we have to listen. And you can't fault your other sister for telling you something that you're guilty of. Take the correction. If you feel convicted, put it in your pocket. Sit yourself down. Sit with that. Sit with it. Work it out. Get to the root of it. Because you're not going to be no kind of healed or nothing if you're still dealing with that. If you can still get triggered by somebody telling you something good, then you have some work to do, my love. Okay? Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, put the notifications on. I will see y'all later.